Hello everyone! Today I'm going to bring you my August wrap-up and my September TBR, and for the first time in forever, I've actually gotten the months correct. Yay! Okay, so I did a pretty good job of reading in the month of August, mostly because I was on vacation at the end of the month visiting my parents, and I had a lot of free time to read. So first off, I finished The Graveyard Book by Neil Gaiman, which was super fun and interesting, and I actually quite enjoyed, and also apparently won some awards, so hey, that gives you something. It felt, even though this is a book technically for kids, it felt, as an adult, I still enjoyed reading it and was still interested, and so I definitely thought that was a bonus, because sometimes when I read books aimed at YA or middle grade, I'm always sort of disappointed because it's very not what I want to read, so I'm glad that that wasn't like that. I also read Small Gods by Terry Pratchett, which is my second solo Terry Pratchett book, and I think I just have to accept that I don't really find Terry Pratchett that funny. Which is a struggle, because I really love Good Omens, which he wrote with Neil Gaiman, and I can't think that Neil Gaiman is the whole reason I think that book is funny, so I'm really bummed that I don't really like Terry Pratchett. This book was still cool. I think if you've read other Terry Pratchett books, I'm sure you'll like this one, and this is one of the books in the Discworld series that Terry Pratchett writes, but it isn't one that requires you having read any of the other ones, so if you're interested in just checking out a Terry Pratchett book, this is a pretty good one. Also, Going Postal is another good one to start with, because it follows kind of the same thing. I also read Landline by Rainbow Rowell, which I've got from the library, so I don't have, but that was alright. I probably wasn't my favorite of her books, but it kind of had an interesting concept that I wish had been executed slightly differently, I think. I also read The Secret Diary of Lizzie Bennet by Kate Rorick and Bernie Sue, which I only read because I super loved the Lizzie Bennet Diaries YouTube show, which I will link down below. And it was actually a really great companion. I really enjoyed it, and it did a really nice job of being a companion and not just sort of being a rehash of the show. So you get to see stuff that Lizzie sort of vaguely references in the videos and things like that. So I was really happy about that, actually, that it was really good. And I really enjoyed it. So I would definitely check that out if you like the Lizzie Bennet Diaries or you like Pride and Prejudice. I think that would be a good one. I also listened to and completed Summerland by Michael Chabon, which I did a whole video review on, and so I will link that down below. Which I have to say is I'm 90% sure I did a video review of it, so if it's not there, I'm sorry. I also read Dragon Bones by Lisa C., which is the third book in the Red Princess Mysteries series, and this one was a decent conclusion. It didn't have as much romance as I really wanted, because that was probably my favorite part of the first book in the series, Flower Net. It has a good romantic undertone, and this one sort of doesn't. But I'm glad that I finally finished this, because I've had this book for 5 years, and I'm glad that it's finally completed and I've read it. I also read How to Marry a Marquise by Julia Quinn, which is just another, it's a Julia Quinn book. It's fun. It's a Victorian set romance novel. That's really all you need to know. And then I also read this book called Designing Together by Dan M. Brown, which was mostly to help me with my job, because I am a designer, and so I was using it to sort of learn more about how to work with and collaborate with designers to be at work. So that was pretty good. And then for September, I plan on reading The Bermuda's Triangle, which I actually already finished, and actually really quite enjoyed, by Maureen Johnson. This had a really nice diversity in it in terms of characters' races as well as sexuality, and I thought that she handled all that stuff really well, and I thought that the friendship, there's 3 characters in this book, 3 girls who are friends, and they're seniors in high school, and I thought she did a really good job portraying a senior high school, a friendship of women, and I really, really enjoyed that part of it. I also plan on reading, and I've also already completed S, which is by Doug Dorst and J.J. Abrams. This book is probably the coolest thing that I've ever read, and I'm probably going to be doing a full video review of this, so look for that. But this book is definitely really cool. If you can get a copy of it, either you buy it yourself or get it from the library or something, I would highly recommend just checking it out. It's very interesting. And then the other book I'm so far planning on reading this month is Costume Not Included by Matthew Hughes, which is the second book in the To Hell and Back series. I was actually struggling a lot to figure out what book I wanted to read after I finished S, because I definitely wanted something that wasn't, S is kind of intense, so I wanted something that wasn't quite as intense, so I think this will be good for that. But I also posted on my Twitter feed, which I always link down below if you want to check that out, a whole big stack of books that I was trying to choose from, so if you think there's a book in that stack that you really think I would really like, or would really super want to hear me talk about, or just think I should read, then you should just let me know on Twitter, in the YouTube comments, or wherever. And then also, finally, I just wanted to say, very recently, I've been getting a handful of more subscribers and a handful of more Twitter followers and stuff, and so that's super cool. So I just wanted to thank you guys again for watching all my videos. I know there's a lot of videos on YouTube you could be watching, and there's a lot of booktubers in particular that you could be watching. So thank you very much for joining me on my booktube rambling thoughts things. I appreciate it. And probably when I hit 50 subs on YouTube that seem consistent, I'll probably do a giveaway or something like that, because I think that would be really fun, and I like giveaways, and I know you guys probably like giveaways. So once I get up there in the 50s-ish range, I'll probably do one. So yes, thank you guys very much for watching this video, and I will see you soon with another video. Bye!